Look, punks, I get it. Y'all been clowning on me long enough. I know my Ghostface pop is fake, okay? The real one is like $100. I could never find it for cheap. Until the Ghostface gods were screaming down upon me, and I finally got him! And so I'm scared I can't even tell the difference from the real one and the fake one, so like, what's the point? Hello, Sidneys. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. We have a major update on the upcoming horror movie Scream 5 that is set to come out in the year 2021. We have a full breakdown of 8 brand new characters that are going to be showing up in Scream 5 to lead us on this relaunch. These descriptions of the characters are very detailed, give us an idea of the plot they'll go with this movie, and who knows, from these descriptions alone, you might be able to guess which one is Ghostface. So I'm gonna need you horror fans to leave your opinions down below on everything we discussed today, specifically the character descriptions, because man, these sound really exciting. I'm liking the new characters they're bringing in. There's even twins here. I don't know what it is, but twins get me more excited in horror movies than they do in the bedroom. But also don't be forgetting hitting that like button and showing us some love. Oh, you don't want to? You need some motivation? Let me roll you this real quick.
Hello, you tubers. Do you like scary movies? Then you know who I am. Chris wanted me to say thank you to you on his behalf for being followers and watchers of his show. And I would like to thank you on my behalf for appreciating my work. It's nice to know that I'm considered a cut above. Be seeing you sooner than you think.
That was the real voice actor, Roger L. Jackson, giving us a little tease. If you guys don't know, we're all worried that the original voice of Ghostface from all the past Scream movies might not be in Scream 5 because he has been absolutely silent this entire time. Won't say anything about it on Twitter, online, is making no comments, and I got in contact with him, begging him, pleading him. It's like, can you say thank you to my fans and any little hint that we might see in Scream 5? And it looks like he just confirmed it for us. So hit that dang like button now. Alright, so just getting you up to speed with everything we've discussed with Scream 5 so you're in the right headspace when I read these character descriptions. I do have a full playlist on my channel if you want every single detail leading up to everything we've heard so far about this scary movie, Scream 5. But it is confirmed to be coming out in 2021. It is being directed by Radio Silence. This is the team who brought us Ready or Not, which is one of my favorite movies of the last year. We only have one confirmed casting thus far, and that is David Arquette. He is signed on and will be reprising his role as Dewey. The plot that we have right now goes as a new installment of the Scream horror franchise will follow a woman returning to her hometown trying to find out who's been committing a series of vicious crimes. Now, these character descriptions I'm about to read to you are legit. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I'll just say these descriptions are provided by an actor who auditioned for the movie and was kind enough to share them with me. Alright, so jumping into these descriptions, you might have saw in my last update where we got a casting leak of some of the names of the characters that'll be showing up. This description sheet confirms those 3 characters that we saw, Sarah, Teresa, and Ryan, as actually being part of the movie. For the description we have of the main lead character, so essentially this is our new Sidney Prescott right here, entitled Sarah. Oh, you can feel it now. That's the new name we're gonna be hearing when Ghostface picks up that phone.
Hello, Sarah.
I kinda like it. Sarah is described as 24 years old, smart, caring. Sarah left her hometown as soon as she turned 18. Haunted by a troubled past, she relies on medication to keep herself sane. Sarah was a teenage bad girl and now has a steady boyfriend and works at Costco. I have no idea why the word Costco was thrown in there last minute, but okay, I like that description. It also lets me know if the main character is 24 years old, we're not going to be setting this into high school. At least I don't think so. And also that description of a troubled past that she's haunted by, that is a staple of the Scream franchise in any incarnation of Scream, whether it's in the movies or the TV series. It always has to deal with something that happened in your past that will come back to haunt you. The other thing that sticks out to me is that Sarah is self-medicating. So is this girl suffering from multiple personalities? Does she have depression? Does she have something going on? Could Sarah be Ghostface and not even know it because she's not taking her medicine? That would be a crazy twist. We're starting the speculation early. But okay, I gotta move it along because we got a lot of characters here. Next up, we have Teresa, 18 years old, upbeat. Teresa is Sarah's younger sister. She's been estranged from her sister for several years, and she feels angry and heartbroken that Sarah left her alone to deal with a rough home life. Upset, angry, feeling alone? Do you guys hear motive? I think a lot of these descriptions will make us sway one way or another of like, oh, they obviously have a reason to be Ghostface. They obviously have a reason to want to wield a knife and go after some people. But it looks like this Scream movie will be setting up a sister relationship. So the theme of this film will be family, with Sarah being the main character and deciding to leave her sister at her hometown to deal with whatever the troubled past is. Yeah, that can make things very complicated come Thanksgiving. The next character we have here is called Ryan. 25 years old, upbeat, good-natured, sweet, and kind. Ryan is Sarah's boyfriend. Ryan works with Sarah at Costco. He obviously really cares for Sarah, and he's sensitive to her feelings. Ooh, we got Ryan the Simp, guys. Ryan the Simp, part of Scream 5. I'm loving it. I really like how a big central part of this movie seems to be Costco. That makes me think we might get a really creepy scene of Ghostface chasing these main characters inside a Costco. I don't know if you've ever been inside a Sam's Club or a Costco late at night. Place is big and feels a little creepy. I would love to have that be a scene in the movie. Now again, just because it's in the character description does not mean it'll be in the actual film. Costco might be like, sorry, we don't want to be associated with your horror movie. So they might make up their own store, or Sam's Club might go ahead and say, yeah, you can use us. But if you're a Scream fan, you always know the boyfriend is suspect number one of being Ghostface. I feel like that's been a cliche and it's done so many times in the movies that Ryan might actually just be a sweet, caring guy, or that could all just be a cover for, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the mystery is. Next character we have here is Layla, 18 years old, artsy with pink hair. Layla is Cal's girlfriend and one of Teresa's good friends. Not much of a description there. Scream has always had this sort of punk rock look, so it kind of makes sense to me that we would have a character with some dyed hair. With a description that weak and being like her only identity is pink hair, she might be one of the first ones to get axed off, in my opinion. Next character we have here is called Maude. 18 years old, Hispanic, confident, outspoken, Cal's twin sister. Maude has absolutely no filter. She says whatever comes to her head. For example, she thinks Layla dyed her hair pink to distract from the fact she's a boring person, and she lets Layla know it. I don't know about you guys, but after reading that, I'm officially a Maude stan right now. The girl is Hispanic, she's a twin, and says what's on her mind. Scream 5, you got me hook, line, and sinker. And also, about freaking time we get some Hispanic characters in the Scream movies. I mean, ¿qué te pasa? ¿Por qué no estabas poniendo hispanos en tu película? ¿Hay un problema con nosotros? But I was mentioning earlier, there is something about having twins in your movie that just, I don't know, kind of heightens things up. I think of The Shining or any movie that happens to feature twins. Also, how mind-blowing would it be if the twins turned out to be Ghostface? That would be kind of poetic and perfect that the twins are dressing alike and having the same thoughts of going after these people. Next character we have here is called Annie, 18 years old, tough with a sarcastic edge. Annie is Teresa's girlfriend of 1 year, very protective of Teresa. She doesn't like Sarah one bit. Again, in that description, we have motive for why she would want to put on the mask. Putting that aside for a second, really cool that Scream 5 is going to bring in some LGBTQ representation. The Scream franchise has been no stranger to showing that kind of love. Also, Scream is always about being progressive and next level and about what's current in our society, and this makes sense. That line right there of her being very protective of Teresa and that friction she's going to cause when Sarah comes back to the hometown of like, who died? I'm here for you, sis. Very curious to see how that plays out. Next character we have here is Will, 17 years old, bookish, smart. Will is a student and one of Teresa's good friends. He's a good kid who doesn't want to get in any trouble. Out of all the descriptions, he is the only one that is 17 years old, which makes him the youngest cast member of the movie. Also with the titles, bookish, smart, kind, doesn't want to get in trouble. I think this is our new Randy of the Scream franchise. Every Scream movie sort of has the same tropes and characters coming about, and so far Will is the one to me that screams Randy, so I'm already gonna have have a soft spot for this kid. If he starts spewing movie trivia and knowledge of the sorts, I'm gonna love him even more. But he also has motive with that right there. One of Teresa's good friends. Is Will maybe secretly in love with her and hates the fact that she cheers for the other side? I don't know. Cal, 18 years old, Hispanic, athletic, he is Maude's jockey twin brother, Layla's boyfriend. He wants to take their relationship to the next level and is hoping that Layla will agree to get a little closer. He's a confident kid who's hopeful things are going to go his way. And there we finally have our other twin, Hispanic, athletic. Man, they're really showing the Hispanics love in this movie, and I like that. It's also interesting that Cal is dating Layla with the pink hair. For a guy who's described as very confident, athletic, out there, it seems kind of weird that he would go for somebody who doesn't even seem all that sure of themselves, at least from the description we've gotten. But he counts as another boyfriend of the group, and like I was saying, boyfriend is always number one suspect. Heck, the two boyfriends in the first Scream movie turned out to be the guys in the Ghostface mask, so we could have Cal and Ryan be the Bill and Stu of the movie. And the last part here, we have a synopsis that officially confirms that Sidney is not the main character of this movie. In these character descriptions, they had the plot synopsis read as storyline. Sarah returns to her hometown when an unknown assailant commits a heinous crime and she attempts to find the culprit. Sarah is the main character of this movie, and a lot of the film will seem to deal with that sister relationship of, I'm sorry I ditched you when we were younger, I just have trouble, and now I'm coming back to help you because there's a killer on the loose going after your friends or going after our family. I don't see from all these descriptions how at all Sidney, Gale, or Dewey fits in, because it doesn't sound like this is Woodsboro. This sounds like a completely different town, maybe Parkside Alpha, which is the working title of the movie. It kind of sucks that the OGs will not be the main characters and they'll just be there really for fan service and to get old fans like me to buy a ticket of like, alright fine, Sidney's not the main character anymore, but she's in this movie and I gotta see what her life is like. But looking at the bright side of things, that's kind of awesome, because for once in her life, Sidney is not the main target of the movie. And now, how will her experiences of dealing with this 4 times in her life come to play? Will she show up as a mentor? Will she be helping out the case? Or heck, is Sidney the manager at this Costco and that's her connection? Girl went from writing a book to managing a Costco. That's life. Last thing I'll say is, with these characters, do not get rid of them all. It sounds like this is a relaunch. It is more of a reboot than a sequel. And if that's the case, out of these 8 characters, keep 4 or 3 of them alive and have them continue on to whatever movie you have next. That's one thing I absolutely loved about the Scream franchise, is we were following a large group that got smaller and smaller and smaller as the films continued. That's what I hope the future of this franchise is, but we shall see what happens. I want to know your guys' opinions. What are your theories? What are your thoughts? What could you make out from all these descriptions? I'm going to be down there theorizing with you guys, so be sure to leave your opinions down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more movie-related content. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.